Hi, my name is Jason. I'm a registered sleep technician, and I'm going to go over the Paykel Forma full face mask. First things first, as far as sizing it or putting it on a patient or yourself, you want to undo the clip here in the front, and you just push in. Oh my gosh. Push in on this right here, and you push in on the clip to pull the clip apart, so you have one side totally open. Next, you want to hold this somewhat inside out. Hold it to the face. With this mask, it's a little different. You actually want it to fit under the chin here. And you know that when it fits under the chin, you want to bring this up and have it, the top of the mask, come right onto the nasation right here. So under the chin, and it should fit comfortably on the top of the nose. I find that this typically fits people who have narrower faces. If someone is a little chubby, this mask isn't really going to make that great of a seal. I actually have a hard time with this one. So under the chin, pull the entire headgear all around the head. You can see this one right now is pretty loose, so we're going to tighten it up in a second. I'm going to reach around, clip that back in. It looks like that's situated on the head. You can see that's pretty loose, so we want to snug this up. This supports the top part of the headgear and keeps it from sliding all the way down the face. Tighten that up. Now, this doesn't really have any way to take pressure off the bridge of the nose other than loosening these right here. So you take pressure off by loosening those and then add pressure by tightening here. You don't want to over tighten though, or that can cause other problems. Same with the bottom. To loosen or tighten it, you just adjust these. So pull it out if you want a little more space. Tighten it if you have any leaking. The Forma headgear is actually pretty nice. It's really spongy and fairly comfortable. And that's pretty much it. And then if you over tighten it, one of the things I noticed here, which I wrote in the review, this will pull apart and stretch, causing this piece to come off a lot. Actually, excessively all the time if it gets to that point. Okay, so if you want to take it apart, you can see this has little grooves right here where you can remove the headgear from. That way you don't have to readjust it every time when you're putting it back on. And then these have little grooves that hold the headgear, and you can just pull them off. This gray piece. This cushion here is just held in by wedging it inside of this lining here. The skeleton, it's just a really tight fit, which is what holds it in. Actually a nice design. And then you have the insert inside of this. So if either of these ever need to be replaced, this is how you do it. Just take it off, fit it back inside of here. Your two separate pieces. And then you push this back in, so it's again a tight fit. Hard to see, but there's a little notch on the top of, right there it is, the bottom of my finger. And that corresponds to a notch inside of the mask that you want to line up. And I'm having a really hard time. Cut. There it goes. Oh, there it was. There we go. Okay. You just want to kind of follow it around and make sure that there's no gaps in here. And you'll feel when it's in there. This is in there right now. To take off this piece, you want to break it down like this, and it'll come out. If you ever want to get this off for some reason or replace it, to get it back in, you just push it in, make a loud pop, and it's ready to go. Here's all the diffusers. This is where the air comes out that after you exhale, kind of blows out here. Asphyxiation port if the power ever shuts off. This way you're still able to breathe. So to get the headgear back on, you need to put this through this nozzle piece. Get it back here, and then you can see these little grooves here that hold them in. Push those in with your thumb. There's 4 of them. And since you don't really take the clips off, you don't have to worry about that aspect of it. The headgear can be washed separately with this. Once you have these, you have the loops already on, you just push these through. This headgear is so thick, it's tough to actually pull through here. But there you go. These pieces here, when you tighten it on the forehead, they're pretty, I don't know, they're pretty uncomfortable. And when you tighten the top, it's only gonna have 2 pressure points right here. If you tighten it too much, you're gonna cause a pressure sore. So be careful of that. Anyway, that's the ins and the outs of the Fisher Paykel Forma.